that the royal family is racist, I would point to the fact that if they were racist, why would Prince Charles, through the Prince's Trust, which he has been doing for decades, have helped so many underprivileged people from minority ethnic backgrounds?
Look,
that's not a racist person.
We can't deny that, but I just think that's salve. That's just like bomb. Like, no, actually just put a plaster on top of damage. I'm not saying they're responsible for all the racism, but if Prince Harry, his own son...
of work.
No, okay, that's okay and that's good. But if his own son has said somebody was concerned about the skin, concerned, not curious.
Well, no, he didn't say that, Harry, actually. Harry corrected her on that, so he did not say that.
He knew that throwing that bomb in there, saying that actually there was somebody in the royal family, 2 members who are racist, he knew to backtrack. He said it was unconscious bias.
Do you think anyone in my family ever ever mentioned or talked to me about whether my son...
Just because it wasn't yours.
Would my son have blue eyes? Would he have brown skin?
Are you saying Harry and Meghan are lying, that they experienced racism?
No, I'm saying...
Are they lying? Are they liars?
No, I'm saying that they took
by what Harry and Meghan have said. They've left this country. They've left this country because of the abuse she was receiving.
They also said they got married.
Royal family security have said, they've come forward to say that Meghan was receiving death threats on the basis of the colour of her skin.
That's not the royals' fault.
They never addressed them. They didn't protect them. They did not protect Meghan. They didn't protect Diana.
Hang on.
Never explain.
They had.
That's foolish, Renee. That's actually foolish to say. Never explain.
I'm sorry. Hang on. Harry and Meghan chose to leave the royal family knowing that they would lose their protection, number one.
I believe Harry and Meghan.
I would argue when it comes to accusations of racism.
You two are sat here arguing about, well, 1% said this and 2% said this. You can't go by that. You've got to actually have some heart and think maybe they're telling the truth and we do need to address some racism in the royal family.
Emotions should be
because you know what? You're denying. Both of you.
I'm denying it.
Squad fam is in the building, and you already know what time it is. Get ready for a show-stopping moment, because Narinder is about to light up the screen with her signature style, wit, and unapologetic truth bombs. This is the glam, the energy, and the drama you've been waiting for. Sip your tea, fluff your throw pillows, and buckle up, because we're about to dive into a moment so iconic, so seismic, that the studio lights are probably still trembling. Yes, darling, we are talking about Narinder Kaur, the woman, the fire starter, the unapologetic queen of truth with no chaser, and when I tell you she didn't just enter that Talk TV panel, she stormed it like a goddess in stilettos and a blazer made of facts. Let's set the scene, guys. Cristo Fufai, sweet Cristo, sitting there in the center like he's moderating a quaint book club meeting. Trying to keep things polite, British, and beige. All he wanted was a quiet discussion on democracy. Little did he know, he was hosting a cultural demolition derby, and the moment the words royal family were uttered, baby. You could feel it. The tension in the air snapped tighter than Camilla's morning pearls, because Meghan Markle was about to enter the conversation, and when that happens... Oh, sweetie, that's not a panel anymore, that's spiritual combat in high definition. Now enter the players. On the left, we've got Dr. Renee Honderkamp, who, honestly, came prepared with a scroll of royal-approved talking points. She's giving off some real I-don't-see-color energy and, yeah, that let's wait for the facts kind of foolishness. She's talking like the palace PR team was literally sitting off camera holding a red phone, just in case she veered a little too close to the truth. And on the right, Narinder, Flippin, Kaur, whew! Let me tell you what she wasn't. Quiet, diplomatic, or here for the nonsense. What she was, an absolute force of nature. The kind of woman who steps into a lion's den and says, I am the lion. No filter, no fear, no waiting for approval. Just raw, brilliant, uncut truth served on a royal platter with a flaming side of don't you dare interrupt me. Now this is where the tea turns to lava, baby. The Meghan and Harry Oprah interview comes up. And you know what we're talking about. That moment when Meghan revealed a senior royal wondered just how dark Archie's skin might be. And Dr. Renee? She pulled out the royal handbook. Well, we don't know what was actually said. It's secondhand. Let's not assume. Girl, 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 cue Narinder. She leaned in and said, "Not today, Karen, not on my watch." She didn't blink, she didn't stutter. She called it what it was, racism, loud and crystal clear, no qualifiers, no polished nonsense, just facts. And the air practically vibrated with the power of it. Let me break it down. When someone questions how dark your unborn child's skin will be, they are not making small talk. They are broadcasting their fear, their bias, their deep-seated discomfort with melanin. That is not a misunderstanding. That is textbook colorism, coated in colonial perfume. And when that kind of comment comes from the royal family, baby, that's not just offensive. That's a centuries-old empire whispering, know your place. But Narinder? She wasn't whispering. She came with a megaphone and a mission. Cristo tried to, move things along, bless him. The man was sweating through his tie, calling for calm like he was emceeing a tea party, not realizing he was standing in the middle of a truth earthquake. Dr. Renee's eyes were blinking Morse code for "get me out of here." But Narinder? She stood 10 toes down in her truth like the floor was her throne. And honey, here's where it gets delicious. Narinder didn't just defend Meghan. She defended every black and brown woman who's ever had their trauma questioned, their pain minimized, their dignity mocked. She tore the polite mask off that studio and said, "Look, this is what racism looks like. Stop dressing it up in royal robes." And baby, let's not forget the media hypocrisy. When Meghan touches her bump, she's showing off. When Kate does it, she's glowing. When Meghan says she struggled, she's dramatic. When Harry says he's protecting his family, he's weak. When William stares through Kate like she's air, what a leader. Please, the double standards could wrap around Windsor and still have enough to tie a bow. Narinder exposed every inch of that bias, and she did it beautifully, with composure, with clarity, and with that rare kind of grace that doesn't need to be soft to be powerful. This wasn't a tantrum, this wasn't a meltdown, this was a reckoning. A reminder that women like Meghan, women who break the mold, who bring color into castles, who speak when they're told to curtsy, will always be treated like invaders. And that's why women like Narinder are essential, because they refuse to let the lie win. Let's be clear. Narinder wasn't loud, Narinder wasn't angry, Narinder was right. She didn't shake the table. She flipped it, lit it on fire, and rebuilt it out of accountability. And here we are standing, clapping, and tossing every bouquet we have at her feet. Because this is the kind of energy we need on screen, off screen, and everywhere the truth needs a seat at the table. So, next time someone tries to say, Meghan made it about race, just, correct them. The monarchy made it about race, the media kept it about race, and Narinder Kaur named it, owned it, and shattered the silence. She didn't play the race card, she played the truth bomb. And the whole deck folded. So say it loud, say it proud, and say it on national television. Narinder Kaur didn't come to play the game. She came to break the system. And baby, she won.